Hello everyone, this is Sandra at the Whispering Well. So today we're going to have a look at this deck that you can see in front of you. This is Oracle of the Ancient Celts, the Dalriada, and this is created and illustrated by Maxine Miller and written by Raven Gramassi and Stephanie Taylor. This is the back of the box. And what this is actually, because I've been going through my decks and letting go of any ones that I feel I'm not drawn to or that I haven't worked with and think that I'm not going to, because I just think it's a waste when someone else could have that deck and use it. And I've found that I am more drawn to Celtic decks, nature decks, very pagan themed decks, plants, animals, those types more. I do have other decks in my collection, but those are ones that I'm drawn to more. And when I really realised it was when I watched Candy's video, her Genius Loki Tag Your It hashtag that I did do a VR to, and this was one of the decks that Candy showed. She also showed some others that I was like, wow, I've not seen those decks before, and a couple of them were out of print, but I have been able to get the ones that I liked that she showed, fortunately, for not too much money on eBay, because what I've been doing, as I said, I've sold some decks, so with some of that money I have been able to purchase a couple of used decks. So yeah, so what I'm planning to do, I'm going to show you this deck today, but I'm going to do a whole video about my Celtic decks. I mean, hopefully, you know, you might find that interesting, but there will be a couple of out of print decks in it. But saying that, yes, they're out of print, but I did manage to find them for a reasonable price on eBay. So sometimes if you keep looking or put a search onto eBay, you can get them at a reasonable price. Okay, so as I said, this is Oracle of the Ancient Celts, the Dalriada, and this is the back. Now there's only 25 cards in this deck, and yes, I prefer decks with more cards than that. I like them to have at least 40 cards really, but 35, 36 is okay, but 25 is quite small, but it's fine, because I did really like it. It says here, this beautiful deck of 25 cards draws from the rich and mysterious Celtic tradition, which I love. Find insight and inspiration through the wisdom of the ancient Celtic gods and goddesses. So it's a two-part box with cutouts, but it's actually quite stiff, guys, to open, as you can see. And that's the inside of the box, but it's a nice, you know, good solid box. So that's the box. Then you get a little book, which is colour, is glossy. The cards are also glossy, but it's quite a nice sized little book, and it's been written by Raven Gramassi, which some of you might recognise the name of. He wrote quite a few witchcraft books, and I think he created the Well-Worn Path, something like that, tarot deck or oracle deck some years ago. And so this is Raven Gramassi and Stephanie Taylor Gramassi. So this is the content. So we've got foreword, introduction, the cards, and then we've got it split into sections. So we've got leaf, and under leaf we've got Canunos, Green Man, Oak and Holly Kings, Taliesin, Magical Animals. Under stars we have Ceridwen, Morrigan, Brigid, Danu, Epona. Sky is triple goddess Manan. Druid priest Selkie, king of Dalriada. Fire is Dagda, Lu, Nuada, stone of destiny and dragon. Stone is Raven's wheel of the year, Triskeli, pentagram, Torque. The spreads are the standing stones, the chieftain's shield. And then we've got biographies. So we've got our foreword, which is fairly long, an introduction. As a Dalriada background, which tells you that the kingdom of Dalriada occupied Northeast Ireland and its people, the Scoti, colonised much of Argyll and parts of central Scotland. And then there's a poem, the cards, air, fire, water, earth. And then we've go into the leaf cards. So then we've got a nice full colour picture of the card, a write-up, a divination meaning, a reversed meaning, and otherworld nature, which I think is really cool. So you've got like a page and a bit, page and a half for each one. We've got the green man, the same, divination meaning, reversed, divination meaning, otherworld nature, and spiritual meaning. So it goes all the way through like that. So that's like really nice. Then just tells you a bit about the authors and artist in the back. And there's the chieftain's shield spread and the standing stones. I think that is so cool. And that looks like, is it using, it's using 20 of the cards. That is quite cool. So yeah, so that's the little book, quite nice, and got, for a little book, it's got quite a bit of information in it, which is really good. So let's have a look at the cards. Now the cards are actually, let's grab a Lo Scarabeo card and we'll measure. So these are just a little bit shorter than a Lo Scarabeo, a tiny bit, and a tiny bit there. So the Lo Scarabeo card is a tiny bit wider, tiny bit taller. So these cards are tarot size. So they're not your big oracle size. They are silver gilded as well. And this one was again quite difficult to find. I found it on a website called Freya's Cauldron, and they were really good. They shipped really quickly as well. So yeah, so again, if you look around, you can find it if you're interested. I don't think it'll be for everyone because the cards are kind of quite, well, say they're quite busy. They're quite, I don't know, you'd say they were busy. They're more, there's quite a lot in them. They're like intricate, I suppose might be the word. But so our first card is Canunos. Love it. But I also love all of this, all like the foliage, the leaves and everything around him. And as I said, the cards are glossy, as you can see. Love that. Those are the backs. We've got the green man, and you see you can barely see him through all of that. But, you know, you've got his eyes and everything there. He looks like he's got like a crown on or something, doesn't it? But, you know, you have to kind of, he's really like worked into that leafy background behind. But then I think that's good for the green man, because he is part of that. So and these are all or mostly characters like gods, goddesses that I know or that I work with or am interested in. So and the green man's a big part of my practice, always has been, like Kanunos. So yes, that's really cool. And I love, absolutely love, that this deck has the Oak and Holly Kings in it that are battling like they do every year. The Holly King presides over the darker half of the year and the Oak King over the lighter half. And I don't think I've ever seen them in a deck before. So when Candy showed this, I was like, oh my god, the Oak and Holly Kings are in it, I have to have it. This is definitely a hashtag Candy made me do it. But no, these are so cool. We've got Taliesin, so he's from like Welsh mythology, the Bard. Magical animals. Look at this on some like Celtic like knotwork, and you've got the stag, the boar, and what's this one? The stag, the boar. Might be two boar actually. Might be two different colour boar. So they look very similar. Let me just turn that off before it rings. Okay, so we have Cerridwen. Look at the colour of that behind her though, that blue. So that's a really cool card. And look at her hair. It's very cool artwork, and it's just everything that I love. All the characters, well, I'm saying characters, all of the I can never think of the words, you know what I mean, like gods, goddesses, deities, all of that in this deck, all the things that I love. I mean, look at this Morrigan card, it's so cool. So, and the thing is, with these decks, with the Celtic decks that I've got, I can like use them together, like use two together, because I think they'll all go with each other. So Brigid, very nice card too. This is Danu. She's like a forest dwelling deity. I'm not sure, but she might be connected with the moon as well. So that's really, really nice. And look at this for Epona. You can just about make her out on there. I love like the Celtic knotwork as well. And then of course we have the triple goddess. So we have Maiden, Mother, Crone. These cards are so cool. I'm so glad I managed to get them. Manan. I'm not sure I'm saying that right. Manan. But he's up there. It's got this. So it's like he might be a sea god. Love this one, the Druid Priests. So we've got a male and a female there, and some standing stones, sort of similar to Stonehenge. Then we have the Selkie. It's lovely. We have King of Dalriada. And look at this goddess image there. I love all the trees and leaves and all of that are in these cards too. We have the Dagda, which you don't often see in decks. See, that's what I mean. I love this because there's Celtic deities and that you don't normally see in a deck. It's like, oh wow. So I mean, yeah, unbelievable. The Dagda is in here, the Oak and Holly Kings. We've got Lou, very cool card too. We have Nuada, the Stone of Destiny, Dragon, and I haven't read the book yet, but I'm going to because I want to see what it says about all of these. And then we have, because remember I said that they were split into different sections, so we've just gone through the fire section, as we could see with the fiery image in the background. So these are the stones. So so they're like images engraved or things that are on a stone background. So you've got ravens, and see you've got like a stone background to each one. Wheel of the Year, that's lovely. Look at that. Wouldn't that look so nice on an altar? If only you could like take that out of the card and put it on your altar. So nice. The Triskel, love that. I'm thinking of getting one of these as a tattoo. Wouldn't that be cool though? Look, with all of that colour and imagery and things in it. Take ages to do, but it would be cool. The Pentagram, and we have the Torque, which is often worn by Celts, especially those sort of more noble, the sort of ones with that were kings, queens, etc. That type of thing would wear this type of jewellery. So yeah, so that is the whole 25 cards. It's kind of a shame, isn't it, that there's not more really. But I do really like the deck, and it'll work well with the other Celtic decks that I've got. I've just got one more that's on its way, or should be on its way soon, and then I'll show you all of my like Celtic deck collection. So yeah, so I hope everyone's doing okay. I know it's been a little while since I did a video, but as I said in my community post, due to the national mourning with the late Queen here in the UK, I just felt it was respectful not to be putting videos up during that. So yeah, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed seeing this deck, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.